J.J. Redick, the new Lakers head coach, who has never, ever coached before in pro or college basketball. Let's talk about how difficult it will be for J.J. to juggle Bronny's minutes, however many there will be, with those of proven veterans. So, Paul Pierce, how difficult will this be for a first-time head coach with no experience?
Not difficult at all.
No?
No, Skip. There's no expectations for the Lakers. There just isn't. I mean,
that's not what the man asking you, man.
What are we talking about? Juggling Bronny's minutes? Look, this is going to come. They're going to look at the schedule. It's going to be a conversation maybe with LeBron or, it depends. You never know, but we never know. Bronny could go in here and blow him away in training camp and be like, man, we're right in the rotation. Or it can go the other way to where he's in the G League. But then they can look at the schedule like, man, this will be a perfect opportunity. We look at the schedule, Bron, coming to practice, going to JJ office, JJ. We got Portland coming up. That's a good time. That's a good opportunity right there. We're going to do it that night. Or he tell Rich Paul called JJ. Rich Paul called JJ.
Now you're getting somewhere.
Bron only have to go to his office. Rich Paul called JJ. Hey, look, JJ, we see this Charlotte game coming up.
Are these suggestions or demands?
You know what these
what they are.
You know what these is.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna make it look so obvious. I mean, look, we got Portland coming up. They lost about 7 in a row. Memo gonna go on JJ table. That's a good opportunity to
like 20 minutes.
Look, that's a good opportunity right there for Bronny and LeBron to make that introduction. So it ain't gonna be no pressure. It's gonna come at the right time. We don't have to force this. It ain't gonna be no juggling, no minutes. It's gonna be development stage. It's gonna be a process. G League, Summer League, G League minutes, stronger. Get used to the speed of the game. All right, now here we go. That's how I would do it. That's how I would roll it out. Now, it can happen as soon as game 1. I don't know, but I don't think it's gonna be difficult. It's just, we know who's running the show.
Okay, but you're putting this in the context of there's no expectation about next year's Lakers. That's wrong.
What you mean?
Because look at this man across the table.
All right, they got expectation they're going to win the in-season tournament. They might go back-to-back in that. But as far as the Lakers,
you can't tell me as a Laker fan you have no expectations.
Look,
they've been a play-in team.
I mean,
they've been a play-in team.
You got me calling you names that ain't even on the show. Because you just talking.
It's real. Let's look at the numbers.
I don't care about them being a playing
going
team.
On the last 4 or 5 years.
It doesn't matter about a playing team or not. It doesn't matter. They got a new head coach. They got 2 of the top 10 NBA
there
players.
Was expectations. Why would we go out, get a coach who's never coached before?
Because that coach was available and the last coach didn't meet our expectations.
You had guys
so therefore,
like
we passed on
him. You had other assistants out there that...
I don't know why they hired him because that's who they wanted to hire.
Who? The Lakers?
The Lakers.
Or that's who was put in place?
The Lakers hired him.
Was that who was put in place?
It doesn't matter how he got there. The Lakers made... I know what you're saying, too. But the Lakers made the decision, whether it was through Rich Paul, whether it was through LeBron, whether LeBron told Rich Paul to make it happen. However JJ landed in Los Angeles, the Lakers and Jeannie Bustin did it. However they wanted to do it. He's the coach. Do we think there was other coaches that could have been more qualified on their resume than J.J. Redick? Yes, that didn't happen, though. That's not the case. We've moved on from that. He's had his press conference. He already done said he doesn't care about what people think. This is about his minutes with Bronny James. How can he get him his minutes?
There's going to be a progression to this, I think.
Of course. The minutes will handle themselves, Skip. That's just the reality of it. If he does what he's supposed to do, he'll get on the floor and he'll get minutes. I don't believe that J.J. Redick is going to go rogue and just all of a sudden start doing his own thing without checking with the father, okay? And the father is right there, okay? And the father's going to let him know when the time is right.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm on the floor with him every night in practice or whatever the case is, and I see him, and I know he can play in the NBA. One thing for sure is I got into this heated conversation with yesterday with my longtime sports agent. I told him. He says, well, I said, man, LeBron James done fired 2 damn coaches. and then hired another coach. I don't care if the Lakers did it or not. If the star player, bless you, if the star player says, I can't roll with this anymore, they ain't rolling. Even if LeBron wants to remove himself from the equation. You think they just fired Frank Vogel just because they didn't like the way his coffee smelled? No. You think they just fired Darwin Ham because they woke up one morning and said, this ain't working? We just gonna fire him while LeBron is on vacation? No. You think they just went out and hired J.J. Redick because they just liked the way he held the wine glass with LeBron?
Yep.
Oh, you think they just did that?
Yep.
No, I don't. No, I do not. So, in the end, if LeBron is going to have his son on the team because he wants to see him get some playing time in the NBA, at that point in time, the right time will come as his development continues to come. Now you say, what about the minute part of it? Well, they know who the top 7 guys is already for the most part. They already know that. Now it's about the other guys. What are the dudes that's making $10 million, $11 million, gonna say when they say, hey, man, we're gonna get 5 of them minutes from him and him and him. We're gonna add that up and make it 15. What they gonna say?
What did LeBron say after that one loss in the locker room about...
His son is better than some of these dudes in the NBA.
Could it be he was talking about some of his teammates after a loss?
It could have been about that, but in general, when
it was after a loss and it was emotional.
It could be about his teammates, or it could be about the league in general. But when he says that, as I told my guy I was talking to, Skip, I brought that up to him. I said, LeBron James already done said my son is better than everybody, most of these guys in the league. That's telling you something that I expect to be on the damn floor with him. So he's going to get his minutes.
Yeah.
He just has to earn them by doing all the right things.
Okay. The big X factor in this conversation is I don't know how quickly Bronny will be decent. And I think he's going to be good, but it's going to take, to your point, a minute. Yeah. Well, how many minutes will equal that minute that it takes? Because, as you say, if he doesn't go to the G League, he needs some reps. So early on, he's going to need to get 10, 12, 15 minutes. And now we're back to a first-time ever head coach who does have a roster that we're not sure of at this moment, but let's say it does contain Rui and D'Lo and Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent and
Is
Jared
3.5 minutes too many minutes a quarter?
3.5. No, I mean, not to me.
Not to me either.
Okay, but I promise you, those guys I just named down that bench, somebody's going to have to sacrifice a couple of minutes here and 3 minutes there. And trust me, you know this better than anybody, they will not like it because they'll look at Bronny and say, he's a great kid, but I'm so much better than he is right now.
Ain't nobody gonna say that.
You don't think so?
Ain't nobody gonna say that.
Okay, they might say it quietly to J.J. Redick.
No, ain't nobody coming to J.J. Redick. Ain't nobody gonna say that.
They think he's
Redick,
LeBron's guy? Or
ain't nobody in that locker room gonna say nothing about minutes when it come to Bronny. Listen. You dealing with something bigger. This is bigger than what you got going on.
Nobody's gonna say anything about his minutes. See, it depends on who that somebody is. Because if I'm making $19 million for whatever reason, and I'm getting my minutes shaved off because y'all want to play LeBron saying
you're making $10 million. Like
that's
Gabe,
okay.
Like Gabe Benson.
Yeah, you're making $10 million.
Like Gabe Benson.
Yeah.
But if you're showing me you're not making any kind of impact and you're making $10 million.
Well, then that's something different, though. You can't say nothing.
But you're not going to say nothing.
You can't say nothing.
Listen, man, listen. It's just like, you watch The Godfather. You watch the movie. You watch it, right?
I just laid it out for you.
Anybody go to The Godfather's office and say, hey, we don't like what's going on, what you running? They'll be in the ocean.
They will be
at the bottom of eating with the fishes. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Ain't nobody going to say nothing.
Okay, so maybe this analogy doesn't work, but if we take Washington Paul Pierce, okay?
All right.
Let's take Washington
Paul Pierce was still a starter in the league.
Okay, he was a starter, but he wasn't quite Boston.
No, not at all.
Right?
Fake starter.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I was still calling game.
All right, but if we take that guy, not Clipper, but Wizards Paul, okay?
Wizards Paul.
That was
Wizards
a favor.
Paul.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers did him a favor.
If we take Wizards Paul and we thrust him into a situation in which his minutes could get shaved by the star's son, I'm just not sure that given your legacy and track record, you'd be real happy with that.
That wouldn't happen to me, Skip.
Well, there you go.
That wouldn't happen to me.
Okay.
That wouldn't happen. That's going to happen to one of the other guys.
Okay.
They're going to have to sacrifice somebody else. You don't sacrifice a guy who's been an all-star, future Hall of Famer.
Even though you're on the downside of your career.
You shave somebody else's, you put somebody else in that barber chair, and you shave him down. You ain't going to do that to me.
No, we ain't doing that. I ain't mad at you, Paul.
Vincent, Dinwiddie, who the point guard that start for him now?
D-Russ.
D-Russ. We got to shave you down a little bit. We're going to have to give you the number 2 instead of number 3 this time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So when you looking at the minutes that he going to get, if I'm giving him 3.5 minutes a quarter, that's not a lot. That's developmental. He doesn't need to play 40 minutes in the G League. If I'm giving you 3.5 a quarter in the NBA,
I agree.
You can't tell me he ain't going to develop.
Okay, but if you get to, let's say, January 1st and you're still a 500 team, as you suggest they could be.
Yeah, or below.
There's going to be outcry in Laker Nation like, what are we doing? Maybe Dinwiddie needs more minutes, right? Or whoever it is.
No.
Yeah, that may be true. They
gonna be right there with or without.
What you mean
Bronny.
with or without?
Listen, they are a 500 team. They're a 40, let's say a 45 win team in the Western Conference. In the Western Conference, this is not a knock on the Lakers. Do y'all see what the Western Conference is? Do y'all see who's going to get better next year?
No, I do. I understand it.
If the Lakers come back with this same roster,
I mean,
they'll be lucky to be in the play-in.
I've been thinking about all